Hi, this is Joe Shepard, and today I'm doing something new. New for me, and I'm doing a relationship reading for Marie. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Marie has pre-selected 3 cards, number 9, 12, and 17. And prior to turning the camera on, I connected with Marie's energy and I asked her to help me shuffle the cards. And Marie, I think you did a great job of shuffling the cards. Let's go ahead and get started. Card number 9. Card number 12. And card number 17. I think I'll make myself a little extra room here. Now, when I'm doing a reading, these 3 cards are always picked by the client, but the remaining cards come right off the top of the deck in the order that they were shuffled in. Okay, now Marie, in this reading, and remember this is the first time I've done this, in this reading, the cards here will represent you, and the cards here will represent the person that you're thinking about. And this first card says detach from the situation. And what detach from the situation means is that you may be so involved that maybe you're not thinking straight. And that's not necessarily a negative thing. It could be to say that if you step back and just took a look at it, this would be we don't know the answer to this question, so I'm just stating possibilities. It could be that if you step back and look at it, you'd say this is not the right thing for me, or it could be that if you step back and looked at it, you'd say, oh, why am I making such a fuss? This is perfect. That's why am I being so reluctant? And so the advice here is to detach from that situation, try to step back and take an objective look at it. I'd like to point out one thing to you, and I should have said it before flipping this card, but to me, all the cards representing you are upside down, which usually implies that I have to look at it from an inverted viewpoint, like detach from the situation could mean that's something very difficult for you to do, because this is being representative on the negative side, so that could probably be something that's generally difficult for you to do. And this card says, go forward fearlessly. And this card is saying God is in charge. Now all three of these cards were upside down. And so what I would think this is telling you is that these are all, this is saying to me that you're in the right place at the right time. And this is really like, you really are in the right place at the right time. And they're saying, go forward fearlessly because you're protected and you're going in the right direction. And God is in charge, is saying to you, well, the direction you're going is something that you were being led into, that the decision is being made by a higher power, and this is where you've been going. And detached from the situation is saying, well, if you just kind of calmed your mind and took a good objective look at it, you'd see that. You'd realize that your best answer is to go forward fearlessly. God is in charge, and it's happening. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the person in question, the relationship. And this card is saying, focus upon divine and perfect health. It was an upside down card, so that suggests to me that this person is not spending enough time focusing on divine and perfect health. What could that mean? That could mean this person tends to jump on the next big thing, the next bandwagon, the next opportunity. And I don't mean, and again, that's not a negative thing. What the card is saying is that this person needs to focus on his perfect being, and that's. I'm going to move on and try to understand that card better as we go along. And this card is saying, lean on God and the angels for support. And that's suggesting that he's also in a situation where he doubts. I'm saying he, but that's a very generic he, because I don't know anything about this person, and it could be a he, it could be a she. I don't know that answer. So if pardon me for saying he, if that's incorrect. But it's saying lean on God and the angels for support. So that's very interesting that this person needs to focus on health and divine perfect health. That's his mind and his body and his relation to you. And his relationship not just to you, but to the world. And to lean on God for angels is saying that he's very reluctant to do that. This card was upside down, so that's saying that's something he's very reluctant to do. And finally, pay attention to your dreams. What I'm thinking this person has gone through an awful lot, and it creates an insecurity that maybe is a little bit hidden within him, and that, again, that's not a bad thing, and that's not a criticism. Everybody has insecurities they hide within them. This is only, I'm saying this relative to the relationship between the two of you, that this person needs to focus on his dreams and kind of let go of the control and the situation and his own well-being. So, for you, there's some, it's saying go forward fearlessly. That's something that, and God is leading you in this direction. And if you detach from that situation, you're going to see that you're in a good place. And for this person, it's saying he's also headed in the right place. He needs to follow through on his dreams. He knows where he wants to go, but he's reluctant to go there because he maybe has been knocked down a few times. Now this card that we haven't looked at represents the relationship between the two of you. It's a pretty vague answer. It's saying use your imagination and you'll see the answer. So what that's saying is, what I see here is you already know the truth. You already know the path. You already understand. And you're both very reluctant to allow that to flow and allow that to exist and to have confidence in that. In your case, Marie, in your case, you have an insecurity that says, oh, been there, done that, and I'm not really sure, or I'm being, is this too good to be true? And this person is a bit broken inside. This person is a bit broken inside, and he needs support, and the support is there for him if he can just let go and pay attention to his dreams and let the miracle of existence fill him. Then he's you're both in a very similar situation for slightly different reasons, and that in itself should say, well, you're probably very compatible in ways you don't even understand. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer is really saying that you already know the answer. You already know the answer. This to me is saying that the two of you could do very well with each other, if you can bring out of him the dreams that he is possessing, and his faith and strength to say, I can do this, and I can lean on, lean on God and angels, just believe, and this is about just believe, and you can move forward. And do you see how those are very similar in meaning? What I'm finding very interesting, I'm going to have to go back and look at another reading that I did, because I have a feeling this is very, very similar to a previous reading that I did for you. And I guess that's what I can tell you. My guess in your on some plane within you, you two are very well matched, and heading in the right direction. You can depend on each other if you can support him and he supports you. So I hope that's helpful. And again, that was my first try at that sort of a reading, so you'll have to critique me on that one. Thank you so much for the opportunity to read for you. You have a great day. Again, I do that all the time. I hide my hands. Here's my hands. You have a great day.